Hello, my friends. I'm Mike, a retired history teacher, and tonight let's open a window back to the 1970s. Do you remember riding your bike until the streetlights came on? The clack of cards and the spokes, the sound of laughter echoing down the block, those simple joys, marbles, hopscotch, transistor radios on porches, shaped our childhood. We had no smartphones, no endless pings. Yet we had imagination, freedom, and friends. Tonight, let's journey together from one world into another, from 1975 into 2025. And as we go, you'll see how every habit, every dream, every laugh has changed, sometimes for the better, sometimes for the worse. In the 70s, freedom was not just an idea, it was our daily life. After breakfast, we'd grab our bikes, disappear into the neighborhood, and return only when the streetlights flickered on. That warm orange glow, it was our true curfew. I remember racing home, the lamp buzzing to life above me, praying my mom wouldn't be standing at the door with her arms crossed. Compare that to 2025. Today's teens rarely step outside without being tracked. Phones ping their location. Parents monitor every move in group chats. Schools have cameras in every hallway. They are safer, but less free. We learned independence by getting lost and finding our way back. They learn caution from constant oversight. As freedom shrank, so did the sense of adventure, and you can see it clearly, even in the way we traveled. Our bicycles were our passports. They took us to creeks, baseball fields, and arcades 2 towns away. One summer in '74, my friend Tom and I pedaled 20 sweaty miles just to see a new movie theater. The ride was brutal, but arriving felt like victory. We earned it with every turn of the wheel. Now in 2025, a tap summons a scooter or Uber. Convenient, predictable, but adventureless. There's no sweat, no risk, no story to tell later. Travel has become efficient, but not memorable. And as our journeys grew easier, another ritual changed too, the way we shared our music. Music once united us. We'd gather in a basement, drop the needle on a vinyl record, and listen from the first note to the last. Albums weren't background noise, they were events. I still remember hearing Rumors by Fleetwood Mac for the first time with friends. The room alive with whispers, laughter, and arguments about which song was the best. Today, teens live inside earbuds. Spotify, TikTok, YouTube, each person in their own private world. Music is still powerful, but no longer shared. Back then, sound was communal firelight. Now it's 1,000 tiny sparks, each flickering alone. And just like music, fashion too tells us how identity shifted across decades. The 70s dazzled with bell-bottoms, platform shoes, disco shirts that glittered under neon lights. Walking into a high school hallway was like stepping into a parade. Clothes shouted individuality, rebellion, color, personality. Fast forward to 2025. Fashion is global, fast, and disposable. Trends recycle every week on Instagram. Retro 70s styles even return, but not with the same soul, only as hashtags to be consumed. Identity once meant daring to stand out. Now it means blending in with the algorithm's choice. And as style became diluted, even love and friendship transformed into something entirely new. In the 70s, romance was patient. Handwritten notes folded into lockers, trembling fingers dialing a rotary phone, or that nervous invitation to prom. I still remember standing in line at the disco, sweaty palms, rehearsing what I'd say. Waiting was half the thrill. Today, love is a swipe. Tinder matches, Snapchat streaks, messenger emojis. Quick, convenient, but fragile. Once, letters were treasured for decades. Now conversations vanish in 24 hours. As relationships sped up, even the way we gathered for fun began to change. Entertainment in the 70s was noisy and communal. Arcades buzzing with quarters clinking, bowling alleys alive with cheers, theaters packed shoulder to shoulder with popcorn buckets. The fun wasn't just the game, it was being together. Today, fun is solitary. Teens game online, stream shows alone, chat with avatars in VR. They connect through pixels, but miss the warmth of shared laughter. The noise of togetherness has been replaced by the silence of separate rooms. And just as fun grew solitary, even our first steps into the working world began to diverge. Our first jobs taught us responsibility. Babysitting, delivering newspapers, flipping burgers at McDonald's. I'll never forget my first paycheck. Crumpled bills in my pocket, pride swelling as I bought my mom flowers. Today's teens earn money online. YouTube, TikTok, freelancing gigs. The stage is global, but the pressure is immense. Success is measured in likes, views, and unpredictable algorithms. We learned patience and grit. They learned competition and burnout. And just as work shifted online, so too did the way we fought for change in society. We marched in streets, sang protest songs, and held banners high. Against Vietnam, for women's rights, for cleaner air. Activism meant sore feet, lost voices, and courage. Now, teens fight through hashtags and live streams. The reach is huge, but the connection is thin. A million clicks don't echo like a million footsteps. And as activism moved online, so too did the rhythms of our daily health and play. The 70s demanded motion. Basketball in driveways, football in fields, kids running until sunset. Fitness wasn't a choice, it was life. In 2025, screens dominate. Teens sit longer, move less. They exercise in gyms, join yoga studios, or play esports. Health is now scheduled and curated. We were strong by accident. They must train deliberately. And with less motion came changes in how we talked to each other. We memorized numbers, wrote letters, and waited by the phone. Every call was a small event. I still remember whispering at midnight on the kitchen phone, praying my parents wouldn't hear. Now, texts fly instantly. Emojis replace words. AI translates across languages. Messages are abundant, but meaning is diluted. Once words were rare treasures. Now they vanish before we value them. And just as communication cheapened, so did the nature of fame itself. In the 70s, fame was local. The quarterback, the garage band, the kid with the fastest bike. Recognition meant pride in your community. Today, fame is global, instant, and viral. Teens become stars overnight on TikTok, but with it comes anxiety, scrutiny, burnout. From proud local heroes to pressured global icons, the spotlight grew too hot. And as fame expanded, so did the weight of our dreams and standards. Teenage dreams were modest. A beat-up car, a summer job, maybe a weekend road trip. Simplicity was joy. In 2025, dreams are bigger. Teslas, iPhones, international degrees. Ambition soars, but so does stress. From reachable goals to unreachable standards, joy shifted. And in that pressure, the very sense of who we are also changed. In the 70s, identity was lived in music, fashion, protests, friendships. We explored, experimented, and made mistakes that faded with time. Today, identity is an online profile. Followers measure self-worth. Mistakes are screenshots preserved forever. From becoming yourself to performing for others, the journey is heavier. And so comes the question, what did we gain and what did we lose? So which was better? The 70s gave freedom, adventure, and unforgettable nights. The 2020s give safety, connection, and infinite options. Both eras are gifts. Both are burdens. Nostalgia reminds us of simplicity lost. Modern life shows us convenience gained. Neither is perfect, but both are priceless in their own way.